And they're starting to make the classes smaller. So unfortunately for Torrey Holt, like he's the next receiver to go in. Oh, until Larry Fitzgerald gets on the list. If one story can top all those stories, you got Antonio Gates, who now, of the 382 people, there's 30,000 people that ever played in the NFL. 350 million people that have played football worldwide, Little League, Pop Warner, all that. Now 382. He's the only one that didn't play football in college.
2026 Hall of Fame preview. So we just had 2025 class, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Were you up there?
Yes.
Okay, how was that?
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Tell us
great
about
class. Well, some great storylines. You know, Jared Allen, thinking of talking about Michael Parsons, Jared Allen was traded from Kansas City. Minnesota gave up a busload of picks and made him the highest paid, non-quarterback defensive player in the history of the game. And he goes on to have a Hall of Fame career. Great stat sheet. Also his interceptions, caught a couple touchdowns as a tight end, fumbles, at one point the most ever by defense. So great career, great story. He gets in. Sterling Sharp, career shortened, which I knew there in Green Bay, him and Jerry Rice being the best two receivers in the NFC. I didn't think I was ever going to go to the Pro Bowl. He gets injured, neck injury.
Yeah.
Shortened his career, 7-year career, 5 Pro Bowls in 7 years. Freaky athlete there for the Packers. So great to hear his story. Finally there in Canton. You got Eric Allen, one of my former teammates there with Philadelphia. He was drafted the year after me. Tremendous talent, great human being. I mean, true bump and run, can play man-to-man against anyone, smart, can play off, can play zone. Really an addition, to the great secondary that we already have at the Hall of Fame. And if one story can top all those stories, you got Antonio Gates, who now, of the 382 people, there's 30,000 people that ever played in the NFL. 350 million people that have played football worldwide, Little League, Pop Warner, all that. Now 382. He's the only one that didn't play football in college.
Crazy. It's crazy. That's insane.
Didn't play, instant star in the NFL. Unique ability, which we have seen these guys that play small forward, power forward, in Division I basketball be able to transition over to the NFL. And he is the ultimate with no college experience from Kent State. Legend there in Detroit. Great time. He threw a great party. It was a great weekend.
Well, good, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So here's the 2026 preview of the first-time eligible guys by position. I'll give you a few and give me your thoughts on them. Quarterbacks: Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Alex Smith.
Okay. Alex Smith is not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Phillip Rivers will be a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
And Drew Brees is first ballot.
First ballot.
Yes.
No doubt. Okay. How about running backs? Frank Gore, LeSean McCoy, Todd Gurley. Those three.
Okay. Todd Gurley is not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Man, Frank Gore. Okay, let's do them separate. Man, Frank Gore's numbers, I think eventually he's going to get in because his numbers, it's very difficult in sports, but he's in a unique position that his numbers, as he retires, will not get smaller. They'll only get larger.
Why is that?
And the reason why is because lack of having dominant running backs.
Yeah.
There's only going to be a handful of dominant running backs. And if you look at his stats, years played, you're going to have to consider, Frank Gore, the totality of his career. Never a dominant player, but consistently a good player. And that's what right now you'd probably say that he's a fringe Hall of Famer. And depending on who represents him and how his case plays out as time, the numbers are going to get more impressive. Shady McCoy, interesting. because what I have to do is try to find someone in the Hall that has a very, very similar career. You know, he had a very, very good career. It is Hall of Fame noteworthy.
Okay.
And I think it's going to take some time, you know, for people to understand his uniqueness. Running the ball, catching the ball, explosive plays, great football player. Like great football player. So for me, you know, is he a Hall of Famer? Man, that's a tough one. That's like some guys we have now on the list, and yeah, that's going to be a tough discussion.
Got it.
Yes.
Frank Gore's the best shot out of 3 of them.
Yes, because of his numbers.
Because
yes.
of numbers, yeah. Okay. Wide receivers: Larry Fitzgerald, Des Bryant, Julian Edelman.
Well, Des Bryant's not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Julian Edelman's not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Larry Fitzgerald is first ballot.
First ballot. Okay.
Yeah. He will join the very, very limited class of first ballot Hall of Famers that consist of, in the modern passing era, that consist of these 4 people: Jerry Rice, Steve Largent, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Megatron.
That's it.
And Larry Fitzgerald, 5 of them.
Okay. He's that. The career is that good.
Yeah, well, he made the All-Century team.
Yeah.
So when you make the All-Century team, which I think Drew Brees did also.
It's a wrap.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's a problem, man, no doubt about it. Tight ends: Jason Witten, Greg Olson.
I don't think. I don't think Olsen is a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Jason Witten, I have to look at his numbers, because to me, Jason Witten is a lot like Frank Gore. He played a long time. He compiled a lot of numbers. Was he ever dominant enough to? Because if you look at the Hall of Fame tight ends, man, like
big numbers.
You know?
Yeah, no, I do.
Like,
yeah.
And, you know, Antonio Gates just went in. You got to do special stuff to stop Antonio Gates. Do you really have to do anything special to stop Jason Witten? You know?
Got it. So you won't be shocked if either one of them is not in. Greg Olson's definitely not a Hall of Famer.
Oh, no.
And Witten may never end up in Hall.
Yeah, I think he has a marginal Hall of Fame campaign.
How about these 3 offensive linemen? You got Maurkice Pouncey. You got David DeCastro. Mike Pouncey.
Oh, yeah. So 2 Miami Dolphins, the Pouncey twins, Florida Gators, and DeCastro, big offense. I'm pretty certain that he played also in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
The offensive line is really the hardest part to really judge.
Okay.
And the Pouncey that played for Pittsburgh, I think, had a better career than the Pouncey played for Miami. That's the way you have to describe him.
Got it. So Mike played for Miami.
Yeah, and I think DeCastro overall was a better player than both of them. So I think DeCastro had a better campaign. And then Maurkice and that one in Miami. I know them both. They're crazy guys. Good dudes. Really good football players. I don't know. I have to do some research and talk to some other offensive linemen so that they can give me, you know, what were the things they really excelled at that would make them Hall of Famers, stand out.
Ain't easy.
No.
Ain't easy at that spot. I saw that thing. I don't know if you sent a video. That guy said, they asked him about his trying to get into the league. He said, as an offensive tackle, if I give up 1 sack a game. He said, I'll be working at like Lowe's.
Yeah, that's the big boy from LSU.
There you go. And then we'll get one sack per game.
Yeah.
On the other side of football,
that's an impressive video.
Round. It is great.
Oh, man. Great music. He's got the war paint on
really
the face.
Good. It's true, though, bro.
Yeah, I'm pulling for him.
True statement, man. All right, defensive line. You got Geno Atkins, who was with the Bengals, and Jarrell Casey, who was with the Titans and the Broncos.
No.
Neither, okay. Linebacker. You got Thomas Davis, Panthers, Chargers, Commanders. Sean Lee, Cowboys.
I don't believe either one of them. Thomas Davis has a better career.
Okay.
I don't believe either one of them was Hall of Famers.
Now you got a special teams player and a coach contributor. Special teams is Steven Gostkowski, Patriots, Titans.
I mean, he's got some numbers. The specialists have a hard time getting in, but he's really, really got some numbers. We got Morton Anderson in a few years ago. Devin Hester gets in as their first returner last year. So they're not in no rush to put specialists in there.
It'll be a marathon.
Yes.
Coaches, contributors, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, that's the class right there.
That's it, right?
It's Bill Belichick. Jeez. Larry Fitzgerald, Drew Brees. And I wouldn't be surprised, especially because he beat Belichick, if they don't slide Eli Manning in there, who didn't make it last year. What a class.
Yeah, it would be a class.
I mean, and you get Belichick and Eli in the same time.
Correct. With the whole storyline, and the NFL's about a damn storyline. Because here's your other notable eligible, like they ain't the first time. Eli Manning, Torrey Holt, Lou Kuechly, Stephen Smith Sr., Reggie Wayne, Terrell Suggs, Darren Woodson, and Vinatieri.
Yeah, and those guys, and they're starting to make the classes smaller. So unfortunately for Torrey Holt, like he's the next receiver to go in. Oh, until Larry Fitzgerald gets on the list. And then
you're right, first ballot. Yeah, it ain't easy. It ain't easy being at the top.
And my man from Carolina, he's also like the assistant general manager down there now. Luke
Kuechly. Yeah.
Now, I believe he is a Hall of Famer. I believe he's going to have to – his career was shortened a little bit. But, he reminds me of – dang it, the linebacker that got in last year from San Francisco, from Ole Miss. Come on. How could I forget his name?
Look it up, Drew. Drew will get it. Hall of Fame linebacker. I don't remember. All I can think is San Fran is Fred Warner Jr.
I can't even continue until I get this.
He'll get it.
Because
San Francisco 49er linebacker Hall of Fame.
Patrick Willis.
Okay.
Remember him and Navarro Bowman?
Yeah.
Patrick Willis, man, a mean dude, man. Yeah. Bad dude.
So he reminds you of him.
He played the game, and he was a smart guy. He's from Cincinnati, Ohio. I mean, brilliant. Diagnosing the plays, interceptions. But his career was just cut shorter because of injuries. And so was Patrick Bowman. So I do believe those are very, very comparable. I do believe he'll be in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he'll get in because they're trying to make the classes smaller now, so now it's even harder to get in.
How many people in the class?
4.
Really? Because they want to just limit the overall amount of people that are in the Hall.
Well, they're not going to make it easier. I'm not going to say they're going to make it harder, but they're not going to make it easier.
Well, if you ain't making it easier, you're making it harder.
I didn't say that. I said that
you didn't have to say it. I'm a numbers guy. They made it harder.